Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Daggerfall. We are hunting for one vampire amongst many. It is a new recording session for me, so let me go ahead and get a feel for where I have not been. I have not been down there, so let's go down there. Okay. So that's a dead end. We have not been down here. There we go. Oh boy. Lots of spell absorbing. What do you got for me? Kind of, light and the dark. I should read that. I should also probably leave some things. I did pick up Wraith Essence. That's Saint's Hair. We want that. Ectoplasm is not worth that much. Mummy wrappings I don't have. Can't carry any more. Okay. The light and the dark. Yes, children, it is no accident that this land of Tamriel has been called the Arena. I don't know why I just looked at my OBS as if it was a camera. You know. Could have been the Elder Scrolls Arena. Anyway, the old man altered his position on the large rock that bore his weight, and straightened his long gray robe. Rheumy eyes lost their focus as they gazed out over the sun-warmed valley in the mountains of High Rock. For a moment he saw a vision of ancient horrors instead of the fresh greenery of spring. A chill washed over his aged bones. Is this a suitable topic for the young and innocent, he asked himself. The young must be taught, but must they learn of such things now when they should be playing in the sunlight? This is a tale for the dreary winter, with the wind howling outside a walled town and the doors and windows closed and bolted against the blast of cold, and other things. He glanced with affection at his two grandchildren, the little tow-headed boy with a hint of mischief dancing in his eyes even on those rare occasions when sitting quietly, and his older sister, a serene lass, the old man thought. Her hair like a dark flame, and her slightly pointed ears were the only obvious signs of elven blood. So like her grandmother, the old man thought. The past is past, and Ishira had brought him so much peace and happiness after a lifetime of battle. He forced his thoughts back to the present. Sorry, children, I was remembering things. Old people do that, you know. Are you going to tell us the story of Daggerfall and the Emperor and the Eternal Champion? His grandson asked. That's my favorite. Not exactly, son. They were part of it, in a way. As are Eric and Moralen and Edward and Raymond and many others. Even the gods play a part. This is a far older story, and even the priests won't tell it my way. They have their own interpretations and their fears as well. I'm too old to have seen too much to have any fear left, except that our people will forget, and forgetting is dangerous. So I and a few others carry this tale and try to spread it among the younger generations. You aren't really old enough to understand it all, but I can feel that my end is not far off. I must ask you to remember anyway. In a few years, perhaps, if I still live, we can discuss it again. If not, well, you must seek out others who know and compare notes. You talk as if you're going to die, Granther, his granddaughter spoke up. That can't happen. You will live forever. Chuckling, I'm afraid not, dear. No, you're an old man, not afraid not. Jeez. But I have a little while left, enough for the story. The children settle... Alright, anyway. The children settled back against the bole of a large oak, knowing that the old man could not be hurried. Leaning forward, he began. Long, long ago, before there were any people at all, even before the gods, Tamriel was chosen as a battleground by two things. It is difficult to find words that fit them well. I call them the light and the dark. Others use different names, good and evil, bird and serpent, order and chaos. None of these names really apply. It suffices that they are opposite and totally antithetical. Neither is really good or evil, as we know the words. They are immortal since they do not really live, but they do exist. Even the gods and their Daedric enemies are pale reflections of the eternal conflict between them. It's as though their struggles creates energies that distort their surroundings, and these energies are so powerful that life can appear like an eddy in a stream. Do demons and trolls come from the dark, Grandpa? Not exactly, son. We haven't actually seen any trolls. I wonder if they're in one of the other regions. The undead evils we know, and the demons that live in oblivion, tend to align with the dark. Their natures are more akin to it. Humans and the other peoples of Tamriel, even the misunderstood Dark Elves, are more aligned with the light. Our evils are not always of the dark, but some are, and these are the truly dangerous ones. Jagar Tharn was almost wholly aligned with the dark, and that is really why he was so monstrous. It was not because he was a black mage, as some would have it. Did his magic come from the dark, Granther? The girl's interest was piqued by a mention of magic. Her heritage is beginning to show itself, thought the old man. No, magic power comes directly from the energies swirling about both entities. These energies are impersonal and all mixed up. Black magic is more a matter of intent than effect. The Mages Guild holds that a fireball, say, directed against a creature intent on causing harm, is not black magic. But the same spell directed at one seeking peace is. In this, they are right. Destruction of a fire daedra strengthens the light and weakens the dark just a little. In the same manner, destruction of a unicorn strengthens the dark. What about the gods? Do they come from the light? The boy's eyes were animated, but tinged with apprehension. He adored stories of the gods and goddesses of Tamriel's pantheon, and the heroes who served them. The old man chuckled. The gods have an unusual origin, if some of the oldest tales are true. The oldest inhabitants of this world, and no one seems to be sure what race they were, had a system of myths that they believed in for 1,000 years. The people of Et Ada believed for so long and so well that their beliefs may, just may, have drawn upon the energies surrounding Tamriel to bring the gods themselves into being. If that is so, the conflict between the light and the dark provided the energy, and the Et Adans the structure that created the gods of Tamriel. This literally is the people created the gods, rather than the other way around. No one really knows, since it was so long ago and so little survives from that time. It no longer matters. The gods have their own existence now, and mostly align with the light, except for a few who are, shall we say, a little ambiguous. Why do we have to remember, Granther? What is the danger you spoke of? If the light and dark are so big and powerful, can we influence them? Should we try? What should we fight for? I see that your critical faculties are developing, Solara. That is good. The answer is simple, but quite large enough for the... Is that supposed to be the girl or the boy? I don't know if we heard the boy's name in this so far. The answer is simple, but quite large enough for mere mortals like us. It would not be the first time that I've seen a name change partway through a document like this. But quite large enough for mere mortals like us. The light and dark are evenly matched, and perhaps will never resolve their conflict. Mortals and the beings of the Aetherius sometimes can perceive traces of them. Therein lies the danger. To most of us, the light is more congenial, even inspiring, and moves us to behavior that we would call good. To creatures like us, the dark is horrible. Those who have visions of it are often driven mad, and the ones who are not would be better dead. The dark is to us a monstrous emptiness, an emptiness that sucks the soul toward it, to be twisted, maimed, and ultimately destroyed. What we can see of it seems utterly evil. Perhaps somewhere else this would not be so, but in our world it is. I do kind of wish that you had a scroll bar indicating how far into something you were. The old man paused to gather his thoughts, gazing once more at the fresh new life of spring. What we must do is never to forget that the dark is always there, beckoning to the weak-souled among us. Should it gain ascendancy over Tamriel, through agents perverted by its awful attraction, terrible things could happen. All that we hold beautiful or desirable, even love itself, would be swept away. Peace and hope would be no more. For Tamriel, that would be the worst possible disaster. What I saw during Jagar's reign nearly killed me, almost destroyed my mind. When he was destroyed, I thought the worst was over, but it was not. The forces of the dark are on the march again, and new heroes must rise to join the eternal champion in the fight against them. So I'm not sure, like, Jagar Tharn, I think, was the usurper? Or am I thinking of... I might be thinking of someone else. This might be further back. Because Arena has you rescuing the Emperor. Ariel Septim the 7th, I think? I'm not super up to date, and I mostly know Elder Scrolls lore through this game and this game alone. Actually, now I'm not sure if Jagartharn was the guy that you were fighting against there. Whatever. It's probably in the manual, and I haven't read that since 1996, 97, whenever this game came out, and that was at a friend's house. The old man and the two children sat in silence for several minutes. Finally, the children assisted their grandfather to his feet, and they walked slowly away, toward home and hearth and lunch. So, but basically, like this is a recent publication, if, you know, we're talking about Jagartharn, and Jagartharn was a usurper, which I might be wrong about. That might be further back, and there might be a different person. But whatever. Someone's going to correct me in the comments. Thank you. But it'll be a while before I see it. Anyway, let's go ahead and leave that book behind then, and take some cash. Lich Dust is pretty good on... Wait, alright, let's see. Do I have any... I don't actually have a whole lot. Okay, I have a whole lot of money. That's what it is. I'll leave the Steel Daikatana then. Is that just a... Oh, no. There is a secret door back here. Oh, actually, it's not a secret door. It's just a door that I didn't see. Let's go this way first. Okay, iron longbow we do not care about. Just a little room. Minor regenerate. I should get a minor regenerate for stamina as well. Okay, down the stairs. That is going to be a connector piece, isn't it? Yes. Now let's go this way first. Oh, great. Alright. Okay, this way first. I'm going to become paralyzed again in a moment. I'll just wait for the paralyzed to run out. Come on. There we go. Alright. Okay. Oh, is that... getting us right back to the... Well, how convenient. $37,057. There we go. Drop all that. There we go. Nice. Alright, alright. Vampire just died. That's just ectoplasm. Just a regular vampire, not our target. Get minor regenerate back up just for now. Did take a hit, so, you know. Recipe for a potion to cure disease, do not care. Shining bracelet. Hearing lots of vampires. Okay. There we go. Got some spell absorbing. Ooh, magic common symbol. Alright. Saint's Hair, Dragon Scales. Okay. So I kind of wanted to use up some MP so that if I do get into an encounter with them, then I can absorb it. Was this just, No. Did someone come out of that door? Maybe. Ah, dang it. Well, I'm already almost full up on spell points again. Ooh. Some goodies. There we go. Okay, any secret doors down here? No. And I don't hear any... Oop. I don't hear any vampires right now. Now I do. Alright. It could be over here, though. I haven't been down there, and I haven't been up here. You know what, as long as I'm here. I am getting a lot of... Oh no. Oh no. I need to hit a bank. Okay. Let's see what we got down here. I'm going to have to be very judicious about what I pick up. Think about what I want to leave behind. Okay, so that should just keep that going for a while. Spell absorbed. Saint's Hair, Mummy Wrappings. Alright, let's go straight down and take the connector piece up. That's just ectoplasm. I'll leave that stuff. Alright. Dead end. Okay. That is why I hadn't found that connector piece. I do wish those dead ends would at least have some goodies. I know that, like, you don't they wouldn't want to have that be a quest location, because it is entirely possible that you wouldn't be able to get there. But feels like there's a section here missing that we haven't been to. But that may not be accessible. Okay. So we have 2 more modules to do. This is going down. Getting some spells absorbed. Dwarven Longbow, take that. Spell absorption is pretty fantastic. Religious item, too heavy. Steel kite shield. I think I've left some griffin feathers, but that's fine. Alright. That is going to be a connector piece, I think. Yes. And there's one behind me. Ow. Get dead. Alright. So, no goodies in here, though. My minor regenerate is doing a good job keeping me topped off on hit points. I'm low on, not low, but I could use some more stamina. Never tiring ring, never tiring ring. There we go. Do-do-do-do-do. I'll grab that, whatever. There's nothing there. I'll need to drop some of these. Whoa! Holy cow! How? What? I am so confused. I just launched her up there. It's pretty impressive. Also, what do I actually have on me? Sleep, yep. Paralysis, yep. Alright. Gonna be saving versus spell for a while. That's going to go down. I should probably check up here first. Okay, paralysis is going to run out soon. Okay, so that's that. Lock clicks open, nothing there. We're going to see save versus spell for a while. I could go rest. That would take care of it. What do we have down here? Alright. Oh. Light was one of the things running out. I think that is a potential entrance. Alright, and this is the final module. go. Iron flail. Nothing there. Didn't get a successful backstab, but I did get some backstab checks. Is that going to be an actual teleporter? It is, yep. Okay, so we got another teleporty point. Ooh, magic dress, alright. Not seeing any other goodies around. Dwarven weapons, Saint's hair. Huh. There is actually a... it's slightly recessed there. Another door here before we go... Right, this is just a connector piece. Alright. I'll take that. Saint's hair. And we'll leave the loincloth. Nothing there. Alright. Might be a good idea to rest, actually. There we go. Stealth and destruction have gone up. We're no longer affected by sleep. That is the important thing. But it is about time for us to wrap up the episode. When we come back next time, we still need to find the target vampire amongst all of the other vampires here. Yay. See you next time, everyone.